Here's what it's like building a startup alone while being a full-time college student. I start my day off going to an innovators meeting where I get to learn about some of the different cool technologies that I can implement into business owning and just into my day-to-day life. Once that's completed, I head over to a quick little study spot to get some work done. At this point in my business creation, I'm not necessarily actually creating the product that much anymore, but I'm more working on the marketing of it all, getting my first users on and making it the most accessible and efficient product as possible. If you're new to my journey and I just want to catch you up to the speed real quick, I am a full-time college student that is pretty much creating an application that serves as a platform for college students to connect with small businesses and startups in their local area for internship opportunities. I think this is a really cool platform that I'm creating in general because it serves as an opportunity for both small businesses to connect with young talent, and also serves as an opportunity for college students to get some experience under their belt before fully entering the job market. Since I'm an IT major, I'm pretty much building the entire application from scratch by myself. I have a full video going over the tech stack of my startup. Now, yes, to be completely honest, I could have completely vibe coded my application, but seeing that I'm possibly wanting to do some kind of software engineering, software development, or technical project management role, I do want to actually gain the skills and actually develop the product by myself. But in that same breath, I definitely still use some help with AI, especially when it comes to building out the back end of my application, because I'm not too confident in the back end just yet. I just now fully understand SQL when it comes to data storage. Currently hosting with Firebase. I'm probably going to switch to Supabase in the next coming weeks for my first ever real launch. I think I'm going to launch with Supabase, but until then, the backend's hosted on Firebase. Not trying to get too technical right now. I'm just kind of fixing some bugs that I'm seeing, and I'm using this cool generative AI chatbot, agentic AI chatbot, to kind of help fix some of this bug that I'm seeing in my code with some of my first users' feedback. So that's really cool. That's another thing that I really started really understanding as business ownership. You need user feedback. You need to get listen to what people are saying. You need to be on the phone, on the calls, actually speaking to people, speaking to investors, speaking to people to get feedback on what you're doing. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. You're not trying to do this alone completely. Even though I am solo, I'm still getting help from a lot of people. Now, to be completely honest, if you are taking any bits of my story or any of my videos and actually trying to create a solo startup by yourself, I really do want to encourage you to talk to other people, get feedback from others, and join maybe a community of other entrepreneurs, other founders in similar situations, because it really is lonely. It really is easy to kind of pinhole yourself and just be focusing on your business. But at the end of the day, you do need help, especially when it comes to financing and funding. Comparison is a thief of joy. Don't look at other people and be 100% oh, well, they get $1 million, so I should get $1 million, and if I'm failing if I don't get that, no, don't compare yourself that way. But also in the same breath, it's okay to surround yourself with other driven individuals, but actually have your own business by yourself. So there's a healthy medium to the both, I think. All right, it's the midday, so it's time for my midday break. I'm going to the gym. I always try to get some movement in throughout the day. Working in tech or working in an isolating job can be really straining on your mental health and physical health. So exercising is a good way to kind of alleviate that. If you're someone that's trying to break into the tech industry overall, you definitely need to solidify your technical skills. If there's one thing that I consistently say, it's projects. You need to be doing something to show off the skills that you've learned. Learn the skills on Scrimba, learn the skills on Codecademy, learn the skills on Code Crafters, the Odin project. There's a plethora of different free options out there, but learn the skills and then actually do projects to complete and show your work. Okay, so like yes, right now I'm like coding a little bit more in the back end, but I do really quickly want to talk about some of the non-technical skills that are required for creating a startup. There's obviously like advertising, getting for your first users on your platform. There's designing good UX and UI. There's, obviously thinking about users, thinking about marketing, thinking about connecting with possible investors and mentors and possible team members in that sense, connecting with LinkedIn or X, answering feedback, joining Reddit subgroups, making sure that you actually have a feasible product before you actually create it. These are all things that you kind of have to really consider when you are creating a startup. So I would really have that as a checklist to kind of go down, do some market research. What is like a hole in the market that your company can fill? Or if it's already been filled, because a lot of the times, your company, you're not alone. You do have competition. Research your competition. What are they doing? What are they not doing? What are their holes? So, all that research, you're better able to stand out as a company and set yourself up for long-term success. It was a beautiful day out, but now I'm doing some late night work. No, I'm not actually coding tonight. I'm more doing some back end. I'm taking advantage of different AI platforms, asking what I should be doing at this point, coming up with some market research, some local designs, some possible shirts, and things of that sort, so I can kind of make my company a bit more legitimate. When it comes to actually publishing on the App Store, because I've had some people asking, I'm still kind of in gridlock when it comes to the Apple developer package and like that whole process. So once I'm able to kind of get that one going, I'll obviously push it the Google Play Store as well. I do feel pretty confident about my application. I have yet to really push it to GitHub, but I do have some like my first real users on it. I'm pretty happy with some of their feedback, so I'm kind of taking that into account and seeing what I can do to, actually like alter my application to fit the needs that they're seeking.